All right, good morning and welcome to this active flow and breathwork class. My apologies, I'm running a minute or two behind here, or four or five, more like it. And I apologize for that, but we'll make up for it. We'll get started right away. We'll move right into our class today. Today's class is going to be an exploration of movement of the spine. We're going to move the spine in several directions. Then we'll come into some standing postures. We'll end up in on our backs for some core work and a twist, and then we'll move into guided rest. And somewhere in there, we'll probably exercise a little breath practice. So a little bit of pranayama, breath control, breath practice, a little bit of mindful movement, a little bit of hopefully meditative state gets induced from that breath work and mindful movement. And we'll start, as always, with gratitude, and we'll end, as always, in guided rest, integrated healing. So I invite you to find a posture of support, whatever that looks like for you. Take a moment to bring yourself into that. Come into yourself, come into this place, come into this space, come into the present moment by coming into the body, come into the body by coming into the breath. Find your inhale as it appears underneath your nasal passages and begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils, following the inhalation all the way in and the exhalation all the way out. And then hold your awareness right there, be right there for the next inhale as it arises, following that inhaling. And that exhale out. And as you breathe here, feel into the physical sensation of whatever part of your body's in contact with something, the floor, the chair, the seat, the wall, the cushion. Feel that physical sensation of connection and contact as support. Open your awareness to what it is like to be supported in this moment. And remember that our first guiding principle is that support precedes action. So in all of our practice, in all of our movement, in all of our life, we look for our supports first. We establish ourselves in our supports, and then we move into action from a supported place. Breathing in here, take a full inhale. And as you inhale, I invite you to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space and allow to arise in your heart space gratitude. Any one thing for which you are grateful this morning. Perhaps today for you, it's just the possibility of gratitude. And whatever it is that arises when gratitude is called forth, I invite you to see that clearly in your mind's eye and anchor that gratitude right there in your heart space. Hold it there for the duration of our practice today, at minimum. And then having established support and allowed gratitude to rise, I'll invite us, if we choose, to set an intention for your practice today. Perhaps a simple intention to just be right there with each inhalation, or to simply keep your gratitude anchored in your heart space. And whatever your intention is for your practice today, take a moment now to state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice as if it is already done. And then listening as the echoes of your intention perhaps reverberate in your being, I'll invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, if you choose to, I invite you to allow your chin to drop towards your grateful and intentional heart and offer a benediction to seal your intention as I say, Namo, Namaste. And then lifting the chin, releasing the hands, switching the cross of your legs if you like, if you need a little bit more comfort, or finding a more comfortable seated posture. We're going to begin to move the spine a little bit here from a seated position. And so hands will be on the knees. In a very simple movement, we're just going to begin to rotate the torso. Inhaling as you come forward with the torso. Exhaling as you go back. Finding your rhythm and your pace that align with your breath, because it is your practice. Remember always that it is your practice. I will be offering and suggesting and inviting you to do some things from over here, and they are simply that, offers and suggestions and invitations. The only requirement for you is to be present and to breathe. Everything else is an option. And so please honor the wisdom of your own body. Listen to your body. Give your body what it's asking for. Not everything is right for everybody. And so feel into what works for you. Please have your gear available, blocks, straps, bolsters, blankets, eye shades, anything you need to support yourself in your practice. Please have that available and use it as you go through the practice. Stop here and then begin to move in the opposite direction. Still inhaling forward, still exhaling back, just rotating in the opposite direction. Modify any posture at any time, come out of any posture at any time. Anytime you get lost or confused and you lose your connection to your breath and your gratitude, please stop. Reconnect to your supports, reconnect to your breath, reconnect to your gratitude and your intention, and then come back in as you are ready and able and willing. Goal here is just to begin to move the spine. We're going to move the spine in 6 directions. This is the first. So we're rotating the rotating the spinal column against the fixed hip girdle and just feeling into a little bit of movement in the body. Waking up this morning here. It's early here on the East Coast where I am. Feeling into this. Not so early. I mean, some of us have been up for a while, but I have yet to move today. So this is me getting my body ready to move a little bit. One more in this direction. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Come to neutral. Take a full inhalation. A complete exhale. Just notice what shifted for you. Notice what you feel. Notice what your experience is. We use these tools to understand how the tools change our mind state. So pay attention to your experience and where you're energized in this moment. Our next movement is going to be flexion and inflection of the spine. So switch across if you need to. Bring your hands to your shins if you're seated cross-legged. Keep your hands on your knees if you're seated in your chair. And we're simply going to begin to arch the lower spine, the lumbar spine, arch the lower spine. Feel like you're moving it forward. It may just be a couple of inches. The chest expands, the heart opens, the crown lifts. On the exhale, we round the spine at the lower spine. And may just be a couple of inches. The lower spine may not be moving that much. Chin drops toward the chest. Hips roll under. Pelvic bowl rolls under. And then we move with our breath. Inhale. Arch and lift. Exhale. Round and release. Continue. Finding your rhythm. Your pace. Your breath. And your practice. And then as you move into this, you may find little areas of tightness. You may find that you're able to move a little quicker as you begin to loosen up, maybe not. Again, it's your rhythm and your breath, your practice, your body. Do what is right for you. Feel into that arching and rounding at the lower spine. Close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. Focus at the lower spine. Or if you are uncomfortable closing your eyes, just narrow your gaze. Find something not moving just beyond the tip of your nose. And allow your focus to unshift and move to that spot, so that you can just move the spine and be in the breath. Inhaling and exhaling in your rhythm. And feeling that energetic movement and that cerebrospinal fluid, synovial fluid moving up and down through the joints, lubricating the skeleton system, particularly the spinal column, and allowing our energy to flow. Now, if you will, take your hands out to your knees if you're seated cross-legged, and you may feel that opens up the middle back a little bit. the thoracic spine. Maybe you can feel this now a little more into the middle back and into the heart. Maybe not. We're not overdoing anything. Never overdo. The effort is to be calm, steady, focused on the breath, and moving within our own body. One of my favorite teachers says, can you do this work without an ounce of extra effort? On your next inhale, take a full inhalation and gently retain this breath. And while you're retaining this breath, engage your locks. Lift at the base of the spine, at the pelvic bowl, at the heart. Relax the shoulders, tuck the chin. Everything comes to the center of your being, just allowing everything to coalesce there. All that energy we got moving, now we bring it still in the center of the being. And then exhale, release. Take a full inhale. A complete exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. I'm going to come standing now. Been seated long enough. Bring yourself to your mat. Come standing, center of your mat. And go ahead and take a moment just to shake that out. If you're like me, you need to shake out the hips a little bit. Let the blood begin to flow. Wiggle the toes, shake the feet, maybe a little marching, maybe a little hopping. Relaxing, releasing the shoulders, a little bounce here, a little soft knees, soft ankles, and just find yourself. And then bring yourself to stillness. Feet are slightly wider than the shoulders, so you have a nice base of support here. The feet are the support. And we're just simply going to begin to twist. Inhaling as we go to the left, exhaling as we go to the right. Now, you can leave your hands just to float free, or if you'd like to add a little support, you can bring the hands, interlace the fingers, press the palms away at the heart. This will kind of help your torso be stabilized, perhaps, so your hands don't get away from you. But you do what's right for you. And now we're not overdoing anything. We're not trying to get anywhere. We're already here, so just gentle movements. You may hear those pops and cracks in the lower spine as tension releases. Body opens up. It's a gentle movement. And with all our movements, we're aligning the movement with the breath. So the movement starts when the breath starts, and the movement ends when the breath ends. And it's just a simple movement. Yeah, nice. One more here. Inhale back to center. Release the hands, roll the shoulders, let the feet come slightly closer together underneath the hips. Turn the palms forward and just release and relax. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, let go and be present. And notice, again, feel where the energy is moving in your body. You're moving the energy around the torso, the trunk. Feel where that is. We've got one more. We're going to do the easy side bend here to get started. So bring your feet a little closer together. And then parallel the outside edges of the feet with the top and bottom of your mat. So you may have to adjust your toe in a little bit in order to get that parallel. And then once you've found yourself here, lengthen through roll the shoulders up and down and turn the palms into the thighs. And we're simply going to inhale, just lean to your left, let that left hand move down toward the left knee, left ankle, maybe to the floor, depends on your flexibility. And then inhale back to center, and then exhale the right, to the right as the right arm goes down. Fingers brushing the top of the mat perhaps, and inhale back to center, and then continue. Inhale down to the left, Exhale, center. Inhale, down, right. Exhale, center, and continue. I'm doing this backwards, so let me get the breathing right. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. So we inhale when we come up to the center. Exhale as we go down. And then just continue. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Gentle side bends. So think about it. We've rotated the spine. We've arched and rounded, or flexion and inflection. We flexed the spine. We've twisted the spine, which is different than the rotation. And now we're doing side bends. We're moving laterally, side to side. Waking up the body. Few more here. One more on each side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release. Soften the ankles and knees. Shake that out if you need to. Take a breath here. And exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. We got one more here. We're going to now lift the shoulders toward the ears on the inhale. Very subtle movement. Now exhale, let the shoulders drop. Now, tendency here is to scrunch the back of the neck, so let's try not to do that. Let's just simply lift the shoulders toward the ears and exhale, release the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe turn the palms forward, might make it a little clearer for you where the movement is. Maybe feel the scapula, the shoulder blades moving up and down alongside the spinal column, maybe not. Just breathe. In and out. Lifting the shoulders up, releasing the shoulders down. Couple more here. Inhale the shoulders up. Gently retain this breath. Lift at the base of the spine. Tuck the chin slightly. Notice that everything's stilling at the center of the being. And then exhale, release. Let's move the arms a little bit on the inhale. Roll the shoulder up and around.
Yes.
On the exhale, allow that to occur. And then move to your left shoulder.
Well, no, I'm going to take care of it.
I apologize for that. Let me fix that for y'all.
I'll take care of it.
My apologies. Happens sometimes. Life goes on. And then move to your opposite shoulder, left shoulder. For me, didn't matter. Whichever one you started with, just go to the other side. Rotate the shoulder and then back. And then switch directions. And release that, and then move back to the right side, and then just take the full arm up and around gently. Full rotation of the arm. Being very mindful of the shoulder joint, being very gentle with ourselves, being kind and compassionate, being calm, steady, focused on the breath, and moving within our own bodies. One more in this direction, and then reverse the direction. Inhaling up, exhaling down, full circles of the body. One more in this direction. And then the left arm. And move with your breath. One more. And then switch directions. All right, shake that out. And then let's come down onto our mat in our tabletop posture. We're actually going to do a little bit of shoulder twist here. So the knees are underneath the hips. Feet are straight back from the knees. Tops of the feet release to the mat. Hands are underneath the shoulders, which are narrower than we think. This is a simple movement. So on the extend through the crown, press back through the hips, find the length in the side body. Feel that full length in the side body. On the inhale, take the left arm out from the side, long side of the mat, parallel to the floor. Feel into this 3 points of connection here. So your supports are your knees, your palm, the tops of your feet slightly, mainly the knees and the right hand. On the inhale, rotate your belly button to the left, turn from the abdomen, maybe the left arm rises a little bit. On the exhale, thread the needle, take the left hand underneath behind the right elbow, stay high, and just reach underneath your body as far as you can. And then work that. On the inhale, rotate the abdomen, maybe lift the left arm. On the exhale, take the left arm, thread the needle underneath, reach underneath the body. We're going to do a few more of these. On your next inhale, get high. And then on the exhale, this time, release the left temple, the left cheek, the left ear, and the left shoulder to the mat. The left hand goes underneath the body on the floor, and you're just reaching as far as you can. Now just stay here, keep the hips high, and notice that where you have tension and contraction and constriction, make micro adjustments to support yourself in this posture, allowing a little bit of the weight of the body to help open through that shoulder. If you like, you can walk your right hand out to the top of the mat, pop up on the fingertips, feel the length along the underside of the right arm. Maybe you take your right arm high to the ceiling. Maybe you take your right arm behind the back in a half bind. Maybe not. Maybe you roll over the ball of the right foot, pressing back through the right heel. Maybe you take your right foot and lift the foot off the mat. Breathing here. All options, all variations, finding your breath, your practice. Wherever your right foot is, bring it back to the mat, bring the right knee underneath the hip. Wherever your right hand is, bring it back underneath the right shoulder. On your inhale, press up and bring your left hand out and up. And exhale, bring your left hand back down. Take a moment here to reestablish yourself in your tabletop posture. Notice where you have a difference of a sensation and feeling in the shoulders, in the hips. And then bring your attention to your left hand, root down. And then inhale, take your right arm off the long side of the mat, parallel to the floor. Find your balance here, find your supports here, feel into your supports. On your inhale, rotate your abdomen to the right, maybe the right hand goes high. On the exhale, we thread the needle, reaching behind the left elbow, underneath the body. Work with the breath. Inhale, open and lift. Exhale, thread the needle, reach. Continue your breath, your practice. One more here. Inhale up. As you exhale, this time, release under the body with the right hand, drop the right temple, the right ear, the right cheek to the mat. Reach with the right fingers long. Establish yourself here. This is your posture. Just be here. Hips are high. Maybe you walk the left hand out. Maybe you take the left hand high. Maybe you reach behind with the left hand half bind. Maybe you roll over the ball of the left foot. Maybe you lift the left foot. Breathing, steady and sure, moving within our own bodies. Wherever your left foot is, you bring it back to the mat. The left knee comes under the hip. Wherever your left hand is, you bring it underneath the left shoulder. On your inhale, press up and open the right side. Exhale, bring the right hand back to the mat. Take a full inhale as you get long through the crown. Take a full exhale. Now we're going to lengthen the body. So inhale here. You can stay here, or you can walk your hands out a little bit, or you can walk your hands out a little further, keeping the hips high. The hips stay over the knees at all times. Maybe you walk your hands out even further still. Maybe you bring your block for support of your head or your chest as you melt your chest toward the mat, coming into heart melting pose, Anahatasana, sometimes called puppy pose. Maybe you rest your forehead on the mat. Maybe you massage from temple to temple, releasing, breathing here. The heart is melting toward the mat. Maybe you pop up on your fingertips, feel the length under the arms. And then maybe you release the forearms to help support the body. Breathing here, full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your next inhale, maybe you lift your head. If your hands are out, maybe you walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. Finding your table, inhale, get long through the crown and the hips. Exhale, simply press the hips back toward the heels, coming into our child's pose or wisdom pose. Bring the hips toward the heels. And again, maybe use your block to support your head or your chest. Your knees can be wide to let the torso fall between them, or knees can be together, depends your practice. Walk your fingers out a little bit, maybe feel the length underneath the arms. And then walk your hands back by your feet. Turn your palms up and release and relax the shoulders. This is our wisdom pose. Is there wisdom in this pose? Also known as child's pose. Excuse me. Wonderful place of rest, wonderful place of restoration, wonderful place to check in with whenever you feel like you're getting lost in your practice. Stop and come here. Reconnect with your breath, reconnect with your gratitude, reconnect with your intention. All right, on the inhale, the hands will go long, walking up on the fingertips. On the exhale, we come to our tabletop. On the inhale, we get long through the crown. On the exhale, we curl the toes and press into the ball of the feet and back through the heel. Now, as you press back through that heel, you may feel the knees get lighter. Maybe the knees even lift off the mat. Find that posture here. Press into the fingertip and the heel of the palm. Press back through the heels. Lift the hips and let the head drop toward the mat. Hips go high and toward the wall behind you. Crown of the head comes toward the mat. Chest and stomach comes back toward the thighs. Heels drop toward the bottom of your mat. This is your downward dog. Take a moment here to breathe. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, bend one knee and press back through the opposite heel. Feel the length in the back of that leg, continuing to release the head. Notice the tension in your neck. So a lot of us hold that head. We're holding tension in the back of the neck. Relax the head. No tension in the neck. On your next inhale, switch knees, bend the other knee and press back through the other heel.
Again, and then notice if your head is lifted a little. Notice if your torso is lifted a little. Press the chest and stomach back toward the thighs. Let the crown drop. Breathe here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. On your next inhale, bend both knees and press the hips back toward the wall behind you. And then let the knees begin to straighten as the heels drop. Whatever amount works for you. Breathe in here. This is your down dog. Full inhalation here. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Breathe in. Look up between the hands. Breathe out. Walk the feet forward between the hands, coming into your forward fold. Release the head, forehead toward the shins. Release the crown toward the mat. Release the hands to a block or to the knees, to the thighs, to the shin, ankles, wherever they're supported. Feeling into that. Forward fold here. Breathe. Lift the hips toward the ceiling. Press back into the heels. Breathe into this full inhale. Complete exhale. Take your hands and grasp your opposite elbows for some bracing here. A little bit of additional support. Lift out of the hips. Switch to cross. Continue to lift out of the hips. Notice the tendency of the weight to come forward because your torso is in front of the thighs. So press the hips up and back to bring the torso and weight balance in the feet. Full inhale here. Complete exhale. Release the hands if you're holding the elbows. Bring your hands to your shins. Press the palms against the shins. On the inhale, brace yourself. Straighten the arms to help support the back, coming flat, parallel to the mat. Full inhale behind the heart. Complete exhale. Feel the hips press back. Inhale here. Exhale, release the crown of the head to the mat. Release the hands. Bend the knees. Feel the weight sink into the feet. And then from that, rooting down, begin to rise the torso up. One vertebra at a time. Saving the head and neck for last. The chest comes up. The shoulders will naturally roll up and down. The chin will lift parallel with the mat. Fingers will release toward the mat, palms forward. Breathe here. Now notice how you reverse the blood flow. We were in an inversion. Head was below the heart. Blood flow going to the head. Maybe some fresh thoughts with that. Now we are upright. Now the heart is below the head. That blood returning from the head toward the heart. You may feel that shift. Move your hips slightly toward the front of your mat. Move the back of your palms slightly toward the back of your mat. Find your mountain posture. This is you standing on your own 2 feet on your mat, having your own back, being in your own practice, checking in with your gratitude and your intention. On the inhale, take your arms high. And on your exhale, bring the hands to prayer as you press back at the hips, hinging at the hips. And then releasing the torso forward. When the crown releases toward the mat, the hands release toward the mat. Also, come back into your forward fold. Take a breath here. Sigh it out. Bring your hands to your shins for bracing. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, release the hands, release the head. Bend the knees. Inhale, roll up one vertebra at a time. This time bringing the hands up as you come up through tall mountain. And exhale, release the hands through prayer to the side of the hips. Take a full inhale here. A complete exhale here. Let's move a little bit. On the inhale, the arms will go high. On the exhale, we'll hinge and fold. Movement with breath. One movement, one breath. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold, place the hands beside the feet, step the right foot back to a lunge, drop the right knee in the top of the right foot. Take a breath here to stabilize. Press down into the right heel, down into the right knee, down into the left heel. Maybe your fingertips come off the mat. Maybe just bring your hands to your knee, pressing the hands to the knee. Finding your supports as you root down. Root down, straighten the arms to lift the torso, and let the crown rise and the heart open. This is your morning lunge. Good morning. Welcome to active flow and breath work. Breathing here, full inhale. Complete exhale, stabilize here in your supports, and then inhale, maybe take the arms high. Exhale, bring the elbows down to shoulder height, palms forward, open the chest, breathe into the heart. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, bring the hands down and frame the foot. Curl the toes of the back foot, the right foot, and lift the right knee. Press back through the right heel. Take a breath here. Full inhale. In your lunge, press back through that right heel, down into that left heel. Feel the length along the front of that right thigh. Inhale here. Exhale, step that right foot forward to meet the left. Come back into your forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, root and rise through tall mountain. Exhale, release the hands. Roll the shoulders, take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Other side. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands beside the feet. Step the left foot back into a lunge. Drop the left knee in the top of the left foot. Take a moment here to stabilize. Find your breath. Feel into your right heel, left knee. Maybe you pick up your hands. Maybe you bring your hands to your knee, opposite hand underneath. Find your supported lunge on this side. Good morning. Lift the crown. Open the heart. Inhale. Straighten the arms to lift the torso. Exhale. Be in your supported lunge. Inhale. Take the arms high. Exhale. Drop the elbows to shoulder height. Open the heart. Breathe into the heart. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale. Take the arms high. Exhale. Bring the hands down. Frame the foot. Curl the toes of the left foot and pick up the left knee. Press back through the left heel. Take a breath here. Full inhale. Press back through the left heel, down into the right heel. Find that lunge. Feel that length through the hip girdle. Feel that lift in the left thigh. Maybe your fingertips get light. Breathing here. Full inhalation. On the exhale, step the left foot forward to join the right. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Gathering as we go. Exhale, release the hands. All right, let's move a little bit with the breath. Full inhale, arms go high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet, right foot back, right knee down, top of the right foot. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, release the elbows, open the heart. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, release the hands. Curl the toes, step the right foot forward to join the left forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise through tall mountain. Exhale, release the hands. Roll the shoulders, take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, the arms go high. Exhale, we hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet, left foot back, left knee, top of the left foot. Inhale, arms go high. Exhale, release the elbows, open the heart. Inhale, arms go high. Exhale, release the hands, curl the toes, step the left foot forward to join the right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise, tall mountain. Exhale, release the hands. Take a breath to stabilize a mountain. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Okay, we're going to add a movement here. We're going to add our chaturangas here. So inhale, arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet. Right foot back, right knee, top of the right foot. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, release the elbows, open the heart. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, release the hands down. Now follow me here. Lift the right knee and step the left foot back to join the right. Inhale to a plank. Exhale, lower to the mat. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, release and rise up. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, lower down and press back, downward facing dog. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, bring your right foot forward between the hands. Drop the left knee in the top of the left foot. Inhale, the arms go high. Exhale, release the elbows, open the heart. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, release the hands, frame the foot, curl the toes, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, release the hands, roll the shoulders, take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Other side, inhale the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside feet. Left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release the elbows, open the heart. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands down, curl the toes, lift and step back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down, your choice. Inhale, rise up, your choice. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips, press back, down facing dog. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release the elbows, open the heart. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, release the hands. Curl the toes, lift the knee and step forward into forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, release the hands. Roll the shoulders, take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Let's do one more. One movement, one breath. Each side, inhaling, tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands down, right foot back, right knee. Inhale. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands down, curl the toes, step back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down, your choice. Inhale, rise up, your choice. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips, press back, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, right foot forward, left knee down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, open the heart. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands down, frame the foot, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise, gathering as you go. Exhale, release the hands, roll the shoulders, take a breath. Side out. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, open heart. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, step back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, curl and lift and press back, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, open heart. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands down, curl toes and step forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise, gathering as you go. Exhale, release the hands. Roll the shoulders, take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Bring yourselves down onto your backs on your mat. We'll work a little core, and then we'll do our twist, and we'll move into our guided rest. So notice your experience. Notice where you're energized. Notice what you're feeling in your body. Bring your knees toward the ceiling, your heels toward the hips. Keep the thighs rotated slightly inward so that the knees are in parallel, maybe lightly touching. And then we're thinking about moving the knees away from the face as we press into the feet. Hands down by the hips, palms down. Support yourself there. Pressing into the feet. As you press into the feet, you may feel the pelvic bowl tilt up and back toward your belly button. And you may feel your buttocks begin to lift off the mat. Continuing to press the knees away, continuing to lift through the belly button, rolling up into the lower back, into the middle back, maybe even into the upper back. No weight in the head or neck. It's all in the shoulders. Belly button lifts high. This is our bridge posture. Knees rotated slightly inward. Knees moving away from the face. Belly button lifting toward the ceiling. Lower back engaged. Glutes engaged. Hamstrings engaged. Hip thrusters engaged. Breathe here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full inhale here. Shine a little brighter. Exhale. Slowly roll down, one vertebra at a time. Take a breath here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, roll up, lift it into your bridge. Exhale, roll down, dynamic bridges. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll down. Find your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. One moment, one breath. Just a few more. This is our last dynamic movement before we move into our twist. So engage yourself. How about we do 4 more? Inhale up. Exhale down. 3 more. Your rhythm. Your pace. Your breath. And 1 more. Exhale, lower down. And then gently bring the knees in toward the chest, slowly and gently. And then maybe just rotate your hips a little bit, releasing any tension in the lower back at the SI joint, the top of the buttocks. Switch directions. And then maybe bridge up and grab just below your knees and maybe squeeze a little bit. Let's find a twist here. So let's just do a gentle twist here today. Take the arms out from the shoulders 90 degrees. Bring the hips bring the knees over the hips. You can keep your heels loose, or you can bring your calves parallel to the mat so you feel that full 90-degree angle there. Inhale here. Exhale. Just let both knees drop over to the right. Now you may want to look over your left shoulder. Release the top of the neck. The left shoulder is down and relaxed. The knees may not reach the floor. They just be where they are. And there's no stress here. This is letting weight of the legs and gravity do the work. We're not like trying to press the thighs to the floor. We're just releasing the hips and allowing everything to open here. across the front of the body, big inhale into the lower left hip. Breathe here. Allow the opening to occur. Let your body, offer your body the opportunity to open and allow it to move at its own pace. Breathe here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your next inhale, bring your head and your knees back to neutral. Find your alignment and neutrality, lengthen through the crown. Feel the lower spine supported on the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, let both knees fall over to the left, wherever they may go. And maybe you look over your right shoulder. Knees moving away from the face, hips opening with gravity and the weight of the legs. Opening across the front of the body and breathing into this twist. Nice, full opening twist here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhale, come back to neutral center, knees and head. Bring the knees in toward the chest. Reach up and squeeze just below the knees. Bring the knees to the chest. Then lift the shoulders, bring the nose toward the knees. Find a nice tight little ball here. Squeeze into your tightest little ball. Squeeze, breathe in and squeeze. 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 And then release the legs long, the shoulders down, the head down. Let the toes fall open. Take the heels as wide as is comfortable for you on your mat. Bring your palms down by your hips, palms up. Lengthen the crown and relax the lower spine. And then take a moment here in this posture to provide yourself with any additional support that you may want in your rest. Maybe you have a eye cloth or a blanket or a shawl. Maybe you have a bolster. Anything that'll provide you with even 1% more support. Take a moment to avail yourself of that and then let go. Let go. Release into your rest. This is your rest. This is your integration. This is your healing. This is your opportunity to just be. Let go of any shaping of the body, any shaping of the mind, any shaping of the breath. Excuse me. To allow yourself to just be as you are in this moment, in full acceptance of the supports that are available to you, being held by gravity, feeling the full backside of your body supported on the mat, in the safety and security of your own space. You are just who you are, just as you are, and you are just perfect, just as your imperfect self is right now, right here. Just allow everything. Accept everything. Surrender everything. Trust everything. Be at rest. Now, if you, like me, are one of those people that find rest to be very challenging, and your mind just needs something to do, I invite you to suggest to your mind that it gently and curiously track your body from head to toe, from the top of the crown to the soles of the feet, just simply looking for any tension,
any tightness, any constriction. Just noticing. No need to do anything. Just notice. Oh, shoulder a little tight. Oh, left wrist a little tight. Oh, right hip a little tight. Oh, both my knees. Whatever it is, just notice. Be interested. Be curious. That's interesting. Have some tightness in my heart. Have some constriction in my throat. I have some contraction in my mind at the third eye. Whatever it is, just notice it. And then continue to track. Just being at rest for a few more moments here. Gently collect your attention and compassionately return your attention to your breathing. On your next inhale, I invite you to begin reacclimating with your body, wiggling perhaps your toes and your fingers, rotating your wrists and your ankles. Gently reacclimating to your body again on a deeper scale, perhaps. Bring your knees toward your ceiling, your heels toward your hips, perhaps. Extend through the toes and the arms in a big good morning stretch, perhaps. Increase the wiggle and the shake of your hands to your arms and legs, whatever it is that you need to do to reawaken and reconnect with the fullness and richness of your body in this moment. Do that now. And then on your next inhale, prepare yourself to be upright again in whatever way you need to do that. And when you are prepared, and only when you are prepared, gently bring yourself back to a seated posture in your space on your mat. And as you reorient and reacclimate to being upright and feel yourself rooted down into your sits bones, again, on your inhale, I invite you to float your hands once again to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space, and to allow perhaps one more thing for which you are grateful to arise. Perhaps, again, just the possibility of gratitude, perhaps gratitude. As you witness yourself seated in gratitude in your space, I'll take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, in closing, I invite you to stay here in grateful witness for as long as you like. And more importantly, whenever you do rise, please, please take the echoes of your practice and your gratitude with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.